Alright, I'm going to read something out, which I said a few months ago. Everyone is a leader, given the right to esteem, empowerment, energy, and enthusiasm. However, the bad E's, such as entitlement, envy, and ego, can hinder a business leader. Can you explain what you meant?
Did I say that? Sounds like me. Well, look, let's talk about energy and esteem and enthusiasm. First of all, energy is the single most defining element of a leader. If you look at all of the people that you know, their energy is actually what, and in fact, even looking to identify people's ability for the future, their energy and their renewal of energy, their self-energy, is absolutely essential. Self-esteem, by the way, is what's referred to there. People have to think well of themselves. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to have this inner wisdom or concept inside you that says, I'm okay, I can do this. And enthusiasm is contagious. So if you don't have enthusiasm, obviously also I think there's going to be some shortfalls. So those are the obvious things, or not necessarily, but they're the things I believe in. So certainly a strong energy level, and how do you renew that? And for me, my energy comes from coming to work. I mean, I am a terror, because I used to have a guy, he was Turkish, and we worked in Uzbekistan. And I started walking to work in the morning, because it was about 10 kilometers, and I decided I needed to get a bit fit. So I was walking instead of having the driver. But I still got to work before him in the morning, and because I've had 10 kilometers of walking, my head is full of ideas and stuff, and people who know me, they know even if I come in the car for 5 minutes, when I open the door, I'm awake. When I come in, I'm awake. My Turkish manager says, Martin, can you please, I'm going to pay your driver to pick you up. Don't move. You're even 50 times worse than usual, you know. I don't work like that. I have to just slow up. I have to have my coffee. I slowly get the rhythm. That's okay. Energy is absolutely essential. Absolutely. You know, people with a passion, I like the word passion in Nigeria, because you practically spit the passion, you know. And you know what I mean by energy. You've got to have that energy. If you don't have that, you won't succeed. And you can see that in every leader, whether it's in the military, whether it's in politics, or whether it's in business, in any field, or even education. So leadership without energy doesn't work. Enthusiasm is contagious. If you want people to follow you, to come with you, to do what you want, then you better make sure you're enthusiastic about what you're trying to do. And self-esteem goes without saying. Then in terms of the downside, what I was referring to in that particular comment was more to do with, I think if I remember, that may have been at a forum talking about the corruption problems actually in this country and others. You know, often we hear people talk about greed, and we talk about people wanting, how can people spend so much money? I mean, it gets to the stage of, back to your earlier question, why are you in business? Why are you doing whatever it is you're doing? And if it's just there to keep making more money, what for? And envy and greed and all of these negative things, I think, can become very insidious and very damaging, because people are not stupid. And if you're working with people are looking at you all the time. And you might be able to buy a certain amount of respect, but after a while it doesn't work. And for me, that's my reference then. The other reference is more to do with normal development, which is, I like the saying, be known as somebody who has ambition, not as somebody who is ambitious. And let me explain. If you think about that simple expression, what it's meant to say is, if you are somebody who's always going around pushing and shoving and stabbing and trying to get that next job or that next this, you're very ambitious, and in a way it doesn't work. But it doesn't mean that you shouldn't have ambition. It's what we said earlier. Inside, I always knew I could be a national sales manager. When I achieved that, I always knew I could do more, and I knew I could do more. I still feel I can do more. So I'm not finished yet, by the way. I'm 57, but I'm not done. So, you know, it's having ambition is fine, but you don't need to be ambitious. So that's what I'm referring to also when I'm talking about, you know, these negatives.